Unit 14, Part A, Activity 3A. Listen. Have you ever called the emergency services in your country? Is your conversation similar or different? How?
Hello, this is the emergency services. How can we help you?
I'm calling because there's an accident near where I live.
Right, tell me your name, please.
My name's Jenny.
And where are you calling from? Give me your address, please.
I'm on Monivong Boulevard in front of the Total petrol station.
Are there people who need help?
Yes, there's a man in pain. He can't move. Please come quickly and help him.
Who is with you?
I'm with my friends.
Okay, stay a safe distance away. Don't gather around the man. Most importantly, do not move or touch him. You might hurt him more. Are you safe?
Yes, but I am worried about the man.
Don't worry. The ambulance will be there in 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Unit 14, Part A, Activity 3B. Listen again. Write true, false, or not given. Unit 15, Part B, Activity 2A. Listen to the evening news stories. Choose the stories from the list that are covered in the news.
Good evening and welcome to your local evening news. Today's stories include a fire incident at a shoe factory, a new green supermarket in town, and of course, a look at the final result of the National High School Maths Competition. Last night, there was a fire incident at a shoe factory in Snool Village. 3 security guards were injured and sent to the nearest local health center. Fortunately, no deaths were reported. 30% of the factory building burned down before the fire was completely put out. The cause of the fire has not yet been identified. It is still under investigation. Moving on to our next story. A new supermarket in the heart of Phnom Penh City was officially opened this morning. The Green Supermarket focuses on supplying only healthy choices of food, including locally grown vegetables and fruit. All the products are properly checked and identified as having no chemicals. Its manager told our reporter that the company believes it would attract more customers, as many people now want to buy healthy and safe food choices. Now, let's turn to our last news story of the evening. The National High School Maths Competition started 2 months ago, and the participants came from hundreds of high schools around the country. It was an intense competition. The 3 winners were announced yesterday at the National Convention Center. The gold medal went to Sok Kanika from Battambang. The silver medal was awarded to Kong Se La from Phnom Penh. And finally, the bronze medal goes to Di Sremom from Siem Reap. A very big round of applause to all these incredible students. That's all for our local evening news today. Thank you, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Unit 15, Part B, Activity 2B. Listen again and answer the questions. Write the answers in your notebook. Unit 16, Part B, Activity 2A. Listen to the recording and decide if the statements are true or false. Write T or F in your notebook.
Hello, Mr. Brown. Thank you very much for talking to us. For our assignment, we have to interview a professional person about their work and write a report about what we learn. Nicole and I are writing about being a journalist.
You are very welcome, Tim. I was here in Siem Reap anyway, and I'm happy to help you. What would you like to know?
Well, first of all, how do you find your stories?
Nicole, the most important thing is to be interested in what is happening in the world. You have to talk to a lot of people and ask them questions, and you have to listen carefully to what they say.
So, do you interview people a lot?
Yes, I do. But it isn't just about interviews. It's also about conversations. Sometimes we meet important people, like people from the government and business. But we also talk to local people and ask them about their lives.
Do you feel nervous when you meet important people?
Well, sometimes you can make it more relaxed by telling a joke or a small story about something interesting.
So, you have to be good at asking questions, don't you?
Yes, of course. But as I said before, you have to listen. Asking the right questions is important, but listening to the answers carefully is even more important. This is where the good information comes from.
How do you know that people are telling you the truth?
Well, I suppose that you don't, but I find that people usually don't tell lies. They tell me the parts of the story that they know or that they think are important. This is why I have to ask different people about the same story.
Have you ever written a story in the newspaper that was wrong?
Yes, it has happened when I got the wrong information or I understood it incorrectly. Sometimes newspapers get things wrong and have to say sorry. But for me, it's never been too serious.
Do you work alone or together with other journalists?
Well, there is a lot of working alone, but at the newspaper we often ask each other for favors, such as sharing information or asking each other to read our stories to check them.
Unit 16, Part B, Activity 2B. Listen again. Complete the information from Mr. Brown using the words and phrases on the right. Unit 17, Part B, Activity 3A. Listen and complete the note of an employee during an orientation at a company.
Good morning, everyone. I am Miria, and I'll walk you through the processes of how we decide the methods of advertising for our products. There are many steps, so make sure to note them down. The first step is to know the product. What is it? Who is the target audience? How much is it? What are the benefits? Knowing the answers to these questions will help you decide which method can fully show the quality of our product and attract the attention of our target customers. Secondly, you need to contact the place that can promote the product. For example, if you want a YouTube star to promote it, you should go to their channel and find their email or social media accounts. One thing you should remember is that our budget is limited, so unless the price is acceptable, don't agree without confirming with the company. To fully understand the processes, let me give you an example. Look at this item. As you can see, it's jasmine tea. It has the scent of the jasmine plant, but it's mostly made of green tea leaves. From this information, we know that the target audience might be adults. Well, I doubt most kids would enjoy drinking tea, unless it's sweet. The price is 60,000 riel per box. It's a bit expensive because it promises to help with weight loss, it's good for the heart, and boosts the brain. With all of the information, I think most of us can already picture a few suitable methods. So let's hear them. Raise your hand if you want to share.
Unit 17, Part B, Activity 3B. Listen again. In your opinion, which method should they use to promote this tea? Why?